Despite all the difficulties, we walked 45 kilometers with heavy backpacks of building materials and hide from patrols. We got to the abandoned city, chose an apartment and began to make repairs in it. We are moving to live in Pripyat. We successfully spent the night and returned here again, and we are starting right now. Do you think we will be able to do something cool? Of course, everything will work out. Where would we go? We have to live here. Well, now we need to move the things that we collected for a whole year, and half of these things we had to carry all ourselves, and secret people helped us to bring here half of the things, for which we are very grateful to them. And now we need to transfer these things from the cache near Pripyat to the build where we found an apartment for renovation. We will make such a small warehouse here. It is unrealistic to have a lot of things. This is the first time we have collected so many things, such a quantity. Something cool should come out. Now we are trying to sort out all the things. We have a lot of them. We trained them in a year and a half, probably in order to make our dream come true and make a suitable apartment for living in Pripyat. But as time has stood still here in the Soviet Union.
Смотрите, пока она в таком состоянии. Дом, конечно.
See guys, what I found here. This is how sometimes the birds in Pripyat fly through the window and get stuck, without a chance to get out absolutely. Therefore, even in order to prevent birds from flying into apartment, you need to close the windows. Well, look in what condition the house. Of course, it won't stand for long, but for the last couple of years of its existence, we can make such a gift to the house and return it a piece of comfort that was taken away from this house in 1986. I think that according to all the repair rules, you need to start from the ceiling. We specially took whitewashing with us, this time in order to paint the ceiling with high quality. Therefore, now we will try to make a mixture. After the accident, a lot of items remained in these wardrobes, but then in 87 that soldier gathered these things and threw them into the burial ground. Those things that were cleaned and more expensive, perhaps even used again. Well, the worst case scenario is the marauders. And then it remains to restore the wall. The work is really difficult. Это вход. Двери эти поломанные мы уберем, поставим сюда целое, я уже нашел целое. Except that there is a lot of work here. We need to be quiet, because at any moment we can be caught by the police, who are patrolling the city. Look, friend, this wall was just lying around here. Even without one part, we decided to assemble it as is.
Отдельно на части, и мы решили его, собрать так, как оно здесь и стояло у людей. Есть, у нас другая проблема.
We have another problem. We brought a window from another apartment, and it does not fit into the hands to the end and does not close. We don't know what to do yet. We will be thinking. Friends, now this wardrobe looks better. Not like new, of course, but much better. We loved this blue paint, so we decided to paint the whole room blue and not use wallpaper. I hope we have enough paint, but we only have How much is there? There are 2 liters left? Should be enough. I start painting. My arm really hurts, but nothing. We need to cope, we need to prepare everything completely in a day. Tomorrow is the last day when we can be here. Tomorrow we have to bring furniture, decorate. We have already repainted half of the room. Everything looks so beautiful. There are only 2 walls left to paint completely, and everything will look much better. Friends, we have a practically finished interior. Now we will to go with our operator to look for furniture.
Оператором поищем мебель.
Wow, I had such a chair as a child, but not red, but blue. So let's take this. Now we will clean it up and it will be like new. While we are carrying furniture with the operator, Vika is already doing the decor. By the way, we could not put out the sofa, because it simply will not close the doorway. When people bought the sofas, most likely they were disassembled and assembled in the apartments. That is why the looters did not steal them. It is difficult to disassemble each time and take out in parts. Ha! We barely browse this small sofa. I come, and here on the armchair there is already such a fabric. I made it. Wow, this is a fabric from Pripyat. We managed to bring this sofa. It was very difficult. When we came to this apartment, we immediately noticed that there is an attachment under the carpet. But as soon as we started to hand it, they broke off. It turns out those mounts were just glued to the wall. I don't know how that worked at all. And I don't know what to do now. Maybe Vika will think of something. I have super sturdy mounting tape. If that doesn't work for us, then nothing will help us. Friend, this is incredible. We managed to hang the rug with the duct tape. We are lucky that the carpet is light, but it just hangs by a thread. I don't know why the former residents of this apartment made such fastenings. They just glued these hooks to the concrete. I don't know how it worked, but we are doing our best. I love this window and balcony door.
Дверь на балкон.
Friends, look, we found just such a bedside table, 1 floor above. In principle, it suits us. It is all dirty and covered with perennial dust, but we will clean it up. See what I have. This is a real Soviet successor. Look, I'll put it there. There is also an antenna. Do you like that? My grandfather had one. It was put together with incredible difficulty, thanks to the people we know and our friends. We brought it all here. Thank you very much. We know you are watching this now. And now we will put the things there, which Vitaly Gavarun gave me. Thank you. Thank you very much, Lena, for the watch, and Ira gave it to us. Thank you very much too. The USSR is written here. It will also give an entourage. Thanks for this receiver, Nastya. Thanks to Vitalik for the cassettes. Have you listened to music on such cassettes? Put like. And I also have these magnetic tapes, bobbins. But this is only to remember the old. A good man gave us a tape recorder and bobbins. Unfortunately, the tape recorder remained at home. It's very huge. We don't know how to bring it here. But maybe we'll write it here. That's looks bobbin. They recorded music or just audio. Now this is a real service. I received it from Tanya. Tanya, she is a resident of Pripyat. Tanya, thank you very much. You have brought back to the memory to your favorite city. Now the most interesting thing will be these are curtains and carpets on the floor. We'll wash the floor and put everything on. Watch this video to the end. As usual, I'm not completely satisfied yet. There are still some shortcomings, but we will fix everything. Friends, let's go! I'll show you something. Here is the usual vibe of an apartment in the city of Pripyat. Everything is destroyed. Now let's go here. And now we have moved to 1986, at a time when people still lived here. But unfortunately they were evicted from here. They were told it was only for 3 days. But they left their homes for life. Now these apartments are empty. These apartments were monstrously plundered. Unfortunately, in the 19th, there was such a difficult time when chaos was happening in the country. Just at this time from Pripyat, looters took out all valuable and less valuable things. Now, 30 years later, you will not find a single apartment in Pripyat that would match the interior of a 1986 apartment. But we want to restore at least one apartment so that it at least partially looks like it was at that time. So what people who come here can enjoy that atmosphere, the atmosphere of the Soviet Union. Just see how it was then. Such are the wonderful rugs. There we have a rug. Here we have a rug. Now we just have to clean the floor because it is very dirty. This is the usual way. Yes, in order to wash the floor you need to run your wife. This was our drinking water. Just imagine who could have done such a thing. Only we. You are probably looking at us and thinking how crazy we are. To come illegally to be an abandoned city, bring a bunch of things with you. Collect them for a whole year. Despite the radiation, despite the fact that we are in a danger and we can't be caught, we go here and do our projects. Further, we will take off our shoes here and enter the room as if we were home. This is how the interior of an ordinary Pripyat room looks like. Absolutely empty. There is a disassembled sofa here. There is nothing in the bathroom either. No sink, no bathtub. only the dryer remained. But now we are moving into a real-time machine. Just look at this. I'm scared. What we did before is all the little things. We raised the level of our restorations. Do you think you can live here now? This is an ordinary Soviet apartment, like our grandparents lived. I'm sure you can find similarities. Our phone house still looks the same. I like it. Cool? Just super. Now you can live here. Sofa, the interior is chic. Yes, and this is not empty. As before in our restorations. Now it is full of things straight from the Soviet Union. There is even a 1986 thematic calendar. We are now in Pripyat, in an ordinary abandoned apartment. Can you believe it? This is the best thing that we did with Stas. I have no words, just no words. A lot of people helped us. They helped us to bring things. They sent us things. I have no words. I think you can live here. Katya, Nastya, Vitaly, Tanya, Lena and many others. Thank you very much. Well guys, do you think you can live here? Shall we live here? Let's try. We are even dressed in authentic clothes. Why did we do this project? We did this in order to remind everyone that Pripyat is not just an abandoned city. It is a place where life was in full swing. This is a place of memory for 15,000 people. This is the place of memory for the liquidators who worked in this city after the accident. We have timed this project to the 26th of April, to the 35th anniversary of the Chernobyl accident. All that you see around is just a contribution to history. This is a memorable place where you cannot vandalize and spoil everything. Also, I want to say hello to all the people who lived in Pripyat before. I sympathize with you very much, and I am worried that you have lost our home. This is our humble contribution to the memory of your life here. If liquidators are watching us, or their children, or their grandchildren, just know that we remember your fear, your fear, everything that you did for us, so what we live in peace, and so that there won't be no more catastrophe. For such a project you simply have to like this video, support us, we tried very hard, we have been preparing for a year. Thanks for watching, share this video with your friend. Write in the comments if you liked it and write what else needs to be changed. Will we be able to survive in absolutely dead city? How long will we have enough food and how long will we survive without the comfort of civilization? We are going for a walk in Pripyat, but more on that in the next episode of video. Thanks for watching, guys. Please support our channel on the Patreon. Thank you. Обязательно напишите в комментарии, понравилось вам или нет, и какие недочеты здесь есть. Мы обязательно придем и все доделаем, дополним, если таковые имеются. Спасибо всем, друзья. Всем пока.
Пока.
Получится ли у нас выжить в абсолютно мертвом городе? Насколько нам хватит продуктов питания и сколько мы продержимся без удобств цивилизации? Мы отправляемся гулять по Припяти, но об этом уже в следующей серии.